Yes, yes, yes. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. If you're watching on replay, if you're watching it live, welcome, guys. Hamza Talks Ball. We're here. We're here to talk about the news today. The news. Even I'm not up to date. I'm not even up to date today. I've been at work, and you know what? People are gonna say, "Listen, PSG fan, whatever it is." What the hell, man? My brother gave me this shirt to cover. I'm at work. And I have to cover that, man.
You know what? You got to be in
I
disguise. You
walked
got
to
to.
this today, Beto. I walked to this today, and I see what the hell, and I was, oh man, embarrassing.
They're always trying to catch you. They're always trying to catch you, man. So
Absolute, man. These guys are always there, always trying to catch me. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Hamza Talks Ball, and I've got Veto here. Veto, how you doing, Veto?
I'm good, Professor. I'm good. You know what? You said you're not caught up with the speed or what's going on. I'm trying to stay caught up as well during the workday because it's only 3 o'clock in the afternoon out here for me.
Yeah.
So all I'm relying on, and we'll speak on it, but all I'm relying on is everybody else saying it's happening, right? Everybody else is saying this is happening. So I'm living it up. I'm happy for the captain to come back.
Absolutely, Veto, man. Listen, welcome, guys. Man, literally, I don't know. I don't know where to start today. I don't know where to start. There's nothing better to start than Veto. When did you start hearing this news first?
Oh, this is what's crazy.
Hmm.
So we obviously join the Manchester City, Spaces chat. Late hours for you. It's kind of comfortable for me out here. But when we hear like the Mancunian ways, when we hear like Allen or Gundalorian, when we hear people talk about, I'm hearing whispers, right? Even when Conway's like, I'm hearing certain things. I heard it, but I dismissed it. I dismissed it because it was like, nah, that's too fairy tale. That's too Hollywood. That's too much of a great story. So I was like, if it happens, it happens. I know there's a lot of craziness going over at Barcelona, but if it happens, it happens. And this was last week, almost a week ago, maybe like Thursday. So when it came down to
So you heard last week on Thursday.
last week Thursday, they were joking, what if Gundogan comes back to Manchester? They were joking about it, and I was like, And Professor, this was also when we were talking about we still need signings, right?
Yep.
This is when Julian Alvarez was confirmed to go.
Yep.
Right. This is also now after the fact of what happened in the Community Shield.
Mhm.
So, Oscar Bob, and then what else happened? And then a little bit of the confirmation that Calvin Phillips was out. So all that I was still saying we need at minimum 2 signings.
Yep.
We
Were
need
you panicking at that time? Were you panicking? Because I was panicking.
Professor.
I was worried, man.
The panic word. I was concerned. I wasn't ready to panic. Because at that time we still had 3 more weeks. We had 3 weeks in the transfer window. But I was looking at the clock, being like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
We can't go into this season the way we have the exits of Julian Alvarez, now Kevin Phillips, and the injury to Oscar Bob. I was like, we can't do that. We can't do that. So the panic wasn't there, but I was watching. I was listening, and that's why I was hearing those little Gundogan's not too happy over there. So all in all, Professor,
Yeah.
if it happens to be that, and I said this before the Gundogan I keep saying confirmation, but before the rumors became rampant, before everybody was talking about it, I was like, you know what? And I said this on my show. If the club decide to not get anybody, and this was just a couple days ago, I said, if the club decide not to get anybody, I kind of get it. Just because, hear me out. Arsenal, who are our biggest challengers,
Yep.
they've only gone out and strengthened their left back.
Yep.
The 3-horse race that we had last season,
Yep.
Liverpool are acting like they got no money, even though they're one of the richest clubs. They're not strengthening. So I was kind of taking a step like, if the club decide not to spend, maybe it's because the biggest threats to us aren't really getting any better. Maybe it's because the biggest threats to us haven't really done anything. And we happen to see how the debut for Inter and the debut for Real Madrid were, and we're like, hey, maybe
I was like, yo, I don't need to be scared anymore, man.
Thank you. Now it's like, what are we all concerned about? Like Inter.
Yep.
Okay, they're probably going to still go on and win that
Yep.
league, but they don't look like they're going to be any possible treble winners in their league.
Yep. Nope.
And we look at Real Madrid, who keep going out and getting big names, and look at their debut. They can't even beat them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the club's like, hey, we don't have to do anything crazy. We don't have to splash crazy cash. Maybe we got enough. And I like what I saw against Chelsea. I also like what I saw against United, considering these were preseason games kind of for us.
Absolutely. To me, let me ask you a question. That's a big one. Do you think Man City, this is the one I haven't asked everyone. Do you think, because it's been frustrating for me 2 months, do you think Man City knew about this Gundogan issue? Because they didn't go active in the transfer. They were quiet.
Yeah.
We were being told, don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Things will be sorted.
Relax.
We
were told to relax.
Do you think Gundogan had been speaking to City? Do you think City had known what's going on there? So we don't need to go for Bruno Guimaraes. Do you think it's now looking a bit suspicious?
I'm gonna say this. I can't go so far as to say that the club knew the Gundogan news was going to happen, because things have moved pretty quickly.
Yeah.
But I do want to say that the club always has a price tag, or always has a player evaluation. You know what I mean? So two seasons ago in the summer transfer window, it was like, oh, Rice is in the market.
Yeah.
And we obviously had our evaluation.
Absolutely.
And I think we did 85-10 or 85-5, whatever we put out in the market for him.
Yeah, we put 80 million.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then once Arsenal made it a 105, we were like, nah.
Because Arsenal were playing mind games.
Oh, they tried to lowball. Yeah, they tried to get it on the cheap.
70 million, 75 million. And then we came here and said 80 million. They panicked.
Yeah.
All that months, they panicked.
They panicked and pushed all the money in the table. They were like, okay, Rice, take whatever you need. We'll sign you. So when the club has a valuation for a player, and then once it exceeds that, we'll walk away. Bruno's one of them. I mean, that price tag of 100 million, the club's like, no, that's not what we're going to sign you on for, right? That's not the number for us. And it goes down for other players as well. I think the club always has a plan B, plan C, plan D. And we saw that kind of last season when, the Jude Bellingham kind of talk about, the Rice talk about, and then also when it came down to it, we're like, you know what? We're going up and we're getting Kovacic. And everybody wanted to talk bad about Kova. Ooh, you're just getting scraps. You're taking Chelsea's sloppy seconds. But look how quality he was in the Community Shield. I mean, look how quality he has been since playing this season, and the impact that he had. Classy player as well. Didn't celebrate after scoring against Chelsea. Yeah, and then also Nunez. I know a lot of our fan base are like, Nunez, what's he going to show us? What's the vision for him? But at the same time, Pep's got a plan for him. And I don't think I don't think it's shown last season. He also got injured. But we always have that plan B, C, and D. So Gundogan, this is a plan that they. Oh, it's great, Professor.
Whoa.
I think if this happens, you know how there always needs to be like that galvanizing or that North Star that you focus on, and like that's when everything kind of clicked.
Yeah.
Couple seasons ago, when they tried to drop the 115 on us, what did Pep do?
Yes.
Pep went in the press conference and he started flexing. He's like, oh, all you clubs want us out. Everybody doesn't want Manchester City at the table. We'll show you. And we went out and won. Right? So
we went and won. Absolutely. To me, I was shocked. I was shocked because all summer you heard me. I've been saying midfield up. Why are we not signing? Why are we not signing? Why are we not signing? Anything can happen to Rodri. Anything can happen to Kovacic. I want signing. This is not good enough. Rodri is the more. I need that midfielder. I never got. Last year, I complained every single stream. Oh my God. I could not get over Gundogan.
Yeah.
Leaving my
they tried to clown you on it. They tried to
tried.
clown you when you were bringing up the fact that we were weaker without a
Ilkay Gundogan. They played me. They mocked me. They utilized me as a meme. You know, in the Hassan's channel. And to me, I just thought Gundogan was that special player. People don't understand the special about Gundogan. He's one of those players I've always believed. He can play for 3-4 years because he doesn't
play with speed. He doesn't play with speed.
He's clever.
Yeah.
He makes smart runs. He doesn't run around the headless chicken. He knows when to turn. He knows when to pass. He knows when to go up front. Yeah. He knows when to make runs. Last year for Barcelona, how many GA did he have for Barca? I think 20 GA.
I think so. I think he was up there.
He was their best player, if not the best. One of the best. He was their best player.
Yeah.
Their best player by far. Yeah. He was absolutely outstanding for Barcelona. Every Barcelona fan loved him. There's no single Barca criticized him. He went to the Euros in Germany, played well.
Yeah.
Was linking up so well. To me, I thought, I will never get that. But let me get halfway. It's like, I want a cake, but you give me something to lick, I'll say, thank you. At least I licked something. I want you to give me the cake back. I need that cake.
You want the cake back. We want the cake and we want to eat it too. I hear that. But this is what the rivals didn't want to do. They always want to downplay. They always want to disrespect. Ilkay Gundogan was a coach on the pitch. He was a coach on the pitch. He's obviously, you've talked about it. He's going out and getting his coaching badges.
Yeah.
But what he meant to us, and we were never replacing him. As great as the quality is out there to potentially get, we'd have to go and spend record transfer.
You can't get players like Gundogan. Name me players you would find like Gundogan. No one.
No one.
No one is as good as him.
And no one would know.
He didn't go for Rice.
No one would know the system.
I'm so happy he didn't go for Rice. If I'd gone for Rice, I'd never gone for Gundogan back again.
We'd be in the market again.
Yep.
We'd be in the market again if we had Rice, because Rice is only, again, no disrespect, Arsenal fans, don't get triggered. You know what your player is. You saw him in Euros. His athleticism is off the charts, all right? Yep. Tracking back, breaking up play, he does that. But if you're looking for someone poised, creative, that's also going to get on the score sheet in terms of, again, those ghosting moments, those late runs like we would see often that Lampard used to do, or Gerrard. That's not Rice, but that is Rodri. That is Rodri, and that is Ilkay Gundogan. Those two in tandem.
Yep.
We were spoiled, Professor.
We were spoiled. 100%. World-class player. On a free. A player who was your legend coming back.
I want to ask you this. To ask you this. Because I haven't caught up with all of the conversations. But what's going on over at Barcelona? Like, you have a Gundogan that is like, I want out. I want out of Barca. What is happening over there? So it's great for us because he hasn't enjoyed his time over there. It's great for us because it means we have a player that knows our system, knows Pep, and is coming back. And it's fantastic for us because when we lose a Julian Alvarez, who has amazing versatility, we bring back a player similarly. So I'm gonna keep my ears and I'll continue to listen to try to find out what is so bad over at Barcelona. But their loss is our gain, and
it's calamity. You're looking at a football club that had heritage, but keep making the same mistakes. You have an experienced player who has won at the top level, comes to your football club. You need to build that squad with him. With him. He's an asset.
Yeah.
He's a winner. He was a past captain of an incredible football club.
Treble winner.
Premier League.
Yeah.
We won them the treble. That was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Who makes that decision? How do you lose him on a free?
Barca should have humbled themselves because they're not of the Barca that they were.
Absolutely.
They should have humbled themselves.
Would you get rid of Gundogan to get Dani Olmo in the squad? What are you doing? What's get Dani Olmo out? What's he want?
Yeah.
What experience does he bring? You got 34-year-old Lewandowski up front, 35. You got Gundo in the midfield who can show Gavi, who can show Pedri, who can guide Lamine Yamal.
Good point. Good point.
Who can guide Araujo. Now, Barcelona is a disarray club. I like Barcelona. They're a disarray club. When your rivals are strengthening, when Madrid is strengthening with Kylian Mbappe, Hendricks, Bellingham, Vinicius, Tchouameni, Camavinga,
ridiculous.
Modric. Do they kick out Modric? No. They need him.
Yeah.
They offered Cruz a contract.
Yeah.
They wanted to, because they want to win. Barcelona are here, with Laporta creating a problem within themselves. How do you replace Gundogan out Barcelona? How? You got Frankie de Jong taking 500 to 600,000 a week. For what? For what does he do? What does Frankie de Jong do?
I don't know.
There you go.
I don't know.
And they got rid of a player who had 20 GA for them.
Professor, I have to say this. I was really hoping that we would see a strong Barcelona, a strong Atletico Madrid, a strong Girona, because I need them. I need them fighting. I need them scraping at Real Madrid. Real Madrid can't have a nice cruise control season. I don't want them comfortable in La Liga, because when they're comfortable in La Liga, they're even more dangerous in Champions League. So Barca need to get their act together. I don't know what it means. They still have, I think their transfer window is actually a little longer than ours. I think ours ends at the end of August. I think they might still have a week after. But they need to fix up. They need to be dangerous to Real Madrid. And so I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do. I didn't watch their first week of games either, so I couldn't tell you how well they've been playing. But without a Gundogan, they are weaker, and they'll have to figure it out because Real Madrid need to be threatened.
I'm just looking at their squad and the midfield.
Okay.
And this is the midfield. They've got Gavi, Pedri, Ferrin Lopez, Marc Casado, Dani Olmo, Frankie de Jong, and Gundogan. What is this? Like literally, Gavi and Pedri. Pedri's injury prone.
Yeah.
Gavi has just got injured, come out of injury. Ferrin Lopez is inexperienced. Yeah.
They're going to need two signings.
Frankie de Jong, who's not done anything, and you lose Gundogan.
Yeah.
Your best midfielder. For what? You've lost him for what? And Man City have got him on a free. We did not need to spend money. That is the money for the future. Sheikh Mansour said, keep that. Don't worry.
We're winning.
Our future.
We're winning the Netspin Trophy this year. I'm gonna brag about it.
We did not spend. We spent 20 million pounds, and how dare we win the league with that? How can we win the league with 25 million pounds that we spent this season? Literally, when you can't compete with Man United spending 180 million. Ask how much million they spent.
They keep spending. Hey, not to change the convo, because I know with regards to what you want to talk about, but United keeps spending, and I can't lie, they're spending well, but they're spending. So this is what I said earlier. If it was a Arsenal or Liverpool that were in the market spending like they were, I think the club would be a lot more active. But we know where United are. United are probably 2, maybe 3 years from consistently being challengers. But if they continue to do what they're doing, there'll be a problem. But if we get Ilkay Gundogan on a free, and I'm hearing, I don't know if you're hearing the same rumors, but I think we're still in the market for one more signing, an attacking player.
Yep.
If we get that attacking player, Professor, this is a 9.5 out of 10 transfer window.
Absolutely.
Like-
Absolutely.
And the last time we had a 9-point transfer window was when Erling Haaland, who
Yep.
everybody, I swear, everybody, I don't care, rivals, act like
Yep.
you weren't in the market for him. Everybody were in for Erling Haaland, and we
Yep.
got him. Real Madrid are still upset.
Yep.
Real Madrid are still upset because they thought they were going to get Erling and Mbappe, and they're going to do
Mbappe
something
together. Yep.
So we got Erling, and everybody wanted him. We got Julian Alvarez, and not many people knew the quality of what Julian was.
Absolutely.
And we got a backup. We got a proper backup when we had Zach Stefan, who obviously cost us with regards to cup runs the season prior to that.
Yeah.
But we went out and strengthened. We got a backup keeper that could challenge Ederson, and then we got a killer striker and a backup striker to challenge him as well.
And our backup striker, what's his name? We got Ortega.
Exactly. So
free transfer.
Ortega and I'm forgetting this. And later in the season, it was rumored that we were going to lose Ake. We kept him. And we also brought on Akanji. So the last time we had a 9 point something transfer window, we went out and did a madness. We went out and did the madness, Professor. And now we're trying to do something similar with experience on our side. I'm not going to get ahead of myself because I listen to what's being said by my manager, and I have a manager. I don't have a coach. You have a coach. I have a manager. My manager said game by game. So I'm not going to get too giddy, but if we have a 9 point something transfer window,
oh my God,
sleeping is going to be difficult.
I can't even believe it.
Sleeping is going to be difficult.
I can't believe, like, literally now. I said to Martin several times, and I said it, I said, I'm not ready to go war. I'm not ready to go war with Arsenal. I'm not ready to go war with Madrid. I was playing the underdog card. I said, Martin, we need a signing.
Wait, hold on. Professor, I want to ask you. Professor, hold on. Were you playing it, or did you really just assess it and say?
No, I said no, because I said, Paquetá, you've been telling me about Paquetá.
Yeah.
We never got Paquetá.
Yeah.
Now the Paquetá issues just happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now the Paquetá's issues happen. We can't get him. You told me Gumaresh. I can't get Gumaresh now.
Yeah.
Now what am I gonna get? They're telling me Jamal Musiala next year. I said I don't want to eat next year. I want to eat this year.
Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah. I cannot get over Gundogan. Yeah. I cannot get over Gundogan. We've not replaced him. I kept using the fact we have not replaced Gundogan. No, but we got Kovacic. I said, no, I'm not happy. I am not happy that we got Kovacic for Gundogan because Kovacic is a great player, but missing Gundogan, he's an asset.
Yeah.
I want another signing. I said it to them. And they all said, oh, we will see, be patient. Martin played that card of being patient. And I just knew. I saw Arsenal getting Calafiore. I was a bit like, okay, I'm going to see. And I was big up to the Man City fan. I speak to you lot 11:30. You calm me down.
Yeah.
I love those spaces. I go there.
Yeah, they're key. They're key.
They come in and say, Hamza, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I remember going to a place, I was like, Martin was my therapist. Because I'm going there and thinking the rivals, these guys might get the league. What am I going to do? I want Pep. And one thing that kept me calm, I said, Pep is there.
Yeah.
Pep has the same hunger like Hamza. That's one thing I know. I hate losing. Pep hates losing.
Yeah, Pep hates.
I can trust that. That man hates losing. I said, Pep, but Martin and the rest is calm down, don't worry. We had a split camp. We had the camp that were panicking like me, and we had a camp that were very calm. They were very collected. Blue tone. Oh, let me give up the credit. Blue tone. Real Tommy. Mancunia. Nick. These guys were legends. They calmed me down when I was nervous.
Yeah, they're like chamomile tea.
I avoided Twitter.
Yeah.
Because I was retweeting. I was thinking, I can't sign it. I'm seeing Calafiore Arsenal. Merino Arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm saying, wow, my Alvarez leaving, Edison's leaving,
And Oscar Bob got hurt.
KDB might go Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Hey, I did not
That
know
that injury to Oscar Bob, hit. That hit me. That injury to Oscar Bob, that hit
me hard.
I was like, the versatility of him being an academy player. Shout out to my man. And then his versatility was like, how do we replace it? How do we replace him?
How do we?
So I'm trying to remain calm. And again, it's concerns. I didn't share in your panic, Professor. I didn't share in the panic, but I was concerned because when you talk about, and Pat, True City fan knows this, we've been eating as True City just has a snack. We've been eating comfortably. We've been eating comfortably for some seasons now. It's going on 20 years, and you can see the ribs on Arsenal fans right now. You can see that they've had to pull that belt. They've had to pull that belt real tight. They've lost a lot of weight. They're hungry. So when they're doing all this in the transfer window, I'm like you. I'm not panicking, but I'm concerned. I'm like, we got to get some players in here. We got to get back at it. And if anything's taught me, experience in the midfield is the game changer.
Money cannot buy experience. I told Chelsea fans, you signed 260-70 million, but you lost Kovacic their experience for 12. Money cannot buy experience.
And they lost Kante.
That's why Gundogan is I think Mbappe and Gundogan, I think, is a transfer of the season because he's come to a where he's meant to come. The love's still there. We love him so much. He's a legend at the football club. He comes there, not only there, he comes with a different vibe. He's going to be a future coach.
Yeah.
He can be involved with the football club in the future. He's such a humble fan. He's such a humble guy. And for me, as a captain, one of the greatest captains in the Premier League. And to have that asset back, the person we love most, the person we miss, it's like a love story. A love story.
Yeah.
Every City fan are ecstatic. And Patrick, what do you think about me?
How are you doing, Hamza and Vita? I had to join. I was driving from the shop. Look, man, big up to all the guys who are watching. Victor, big up to you. I hope it's the same Victor I used to talk to a lot. Look, man, it's a beautiful day, and it's been like a joke because I think I also posted it. I think I posted it last week also as a joke when I saw that, they're throwing him out. I was like, bring him back. But I was like, it's not going to happen. Eventually, Barcelona are going to, one of those things like bring him back. So I even tagged Gundo and I was like, come back, my guy. And they come back weeks ago. And then I have been so busy because I came back to work. And then somebody tags me. It's like, your wish is coming true. What's his name? Fab has said that he's coming to City. And I was like, no, this is fake. I thought it was those fake Fab things. So I clicked in the Fab, researched, started looking into the ads and saying this might be a fake Fab. Then I found it's true. I knew he was not going to go to Saudi. Some people were like, he will look at Saudi and Turkey. No, I know he spoke about Turkey, but he said maybe if I get an offer. But there's no way Gundogan, who was living next to Pep Guardiola in the flats, and they were like mates, and Peppers had a phone call with him. He says, no, I'm going to Saudi or Turkey. Do you know what's disappointing, Hamza?
Yeah.
What's disappointing is the article. I don't know if you read that long article I sent Veta in the group where they're saying his wife with a new baby born.
Yeah.
They were making them live in a hotel, Hamza. Making them live in a hotel.
They told me that story. They made
them... and then Man City were still helping and helped them to find a house. So Man City are helping somebody who signed elsewhere. So you think he's going to say no to Man City and say, I'm going to go to Saudi, where a lot of people like Laporte are saying we want to leave Saudi because Saudi, you make your money. After that, everybody wants to leave. But let me talk about, I knew that somewhere Hamza is happy. I wanted to contact you that Hamza has to speak on this because I knew you're happy. Because I remember when Gundogan left, we did a video and you were the first ones to be disappointed. And that time I think I went against you and say, no, let's be satisfied. But as the season went, especially that Champions League game, it opened my eyes. I think you saw my tone changed.
Yeah.
We were missing something in that team, and people were so stubborn saying we didn't. We were missing a Gundogan. We were missing another midfielder who's creative, because the midfielders on the pitch ran out of ideas, and we couldn't bring anybody. And the funny thing is, the guy who people were insulting, Doku, is the guy who came and did something. The guy who everybody was insulting for the whole season. But you can see Pep Guardiola, ever since then, he's been looking for a hybrid midfielder. He can't find one. He's brought Savio, who also can dribble. Even Doku said, Savio and me will dribble our 4 backs and make sure open space for Haaland. But Gundogan coming, I think it's the best news. And somebody just said it, I think it's Lee Ghana, said it on his stream. He said, Arsenal fans, we have to forget the league. Just give them the league. Because if Gundogan even comes as a half Gundogan, it's done. Because that's what's been missing in this City team. Because Gundogan left the gap. And it's quite funny that we've been looking for the Gundogan replacement, while the Gundogan replacement has become Gundogan. So happy days, man. I'm happy. I'm just surprised that I know a lot of people, Hamza, I'll just give it back to you. A lot of people have been worrying, saying, what is Marketing going to do? Or what is Nunes going to do? What is so-and-so going to do? What's going to happen is people don't know. We are in the FIFA World Cup League. We are in the FIFA World Cup League. We're in the Carabao Cup. We're in the FA Cup. We're in the Champions League. The Champions League format is different now. It's like a league thing. So the FIFA World Cup is also like a league thing. Everybody will play. But Gundogan come in, trust me, it's a threat to Madrid now. Because Madrid will be scared with this signing, because they know, oh my God, the guy who helped destroy us is back.
He's back.
Happy days, man.
He is back. He is back. And that's what I said, the asset, you don't get players like, if you offered me Mendy, Danny Olmo together and Nico Williams, I said, no, I want Gundo. Because I know the asset there is the wages that he takes. Secondly, experience. How he is. And Patrick, he can play. Yeah. If Modric plays to 39, he's only 33, he's going to be 34. He can play to another 2-3 years. Yeah. Not only that, he can get involved in City future projects. It's an asset. He's been here. He loves the football club. There's love there that we've created. He was coaching before. People don't understand. It's bigger than that. It's Manchester City's future becomes a bit more stable. We know it was stable. It was fantastic. But the stability, he now knows. Gundogan now, you can go and coach under 21, or you can become the head coach at Man City in the future. It's now setting up to a fantastic way. Because look at us. Last season, we could have won the treble.
Yeah, we could have. Yeah. But something was missing.
Gundogan, fact, we're winning treble.
I also
Gundogan last year.
Also, what's his name? I think with what's his name stayed, we're doing something in that Madrid game. I think with Riyad Mahrez stays. That's another one also who left. Riyad Mahrez, I think
we would have spanked Madrid. Yeah. We would have spanked Madrid at home. Spanked. Madrid would have walked out there with a beating again, 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
They were lucky. They knew it. There was no one who could help Haaland. Remember when Haaland makes a move in the box?
Nobody's passing.
No one else is making the other run. Gundogan does it.
Yeah.
Gundogan makes the other run. So you can try and pocket Haaland, but there's another guy who's in midfield. You're not going to follow him. Yeah? And he drops back. He can shoot. He can score. He can pass. He's got experience. He was a fantastic player at Barcelona. Why get rid of him?
I know.
Why Barca get rid of him?
They want to register Danny Olmo, I think, by Saturday. They want Danny Olmo registered by Saturday. And they're also throwing away 2 more people who you're like, why are you throwing? They're throwing away one of the good defenders. I forgot his name, but he was one of the good defenders. They're throwing him away too. They want him out. They say they want them out by Christensen. Some guys, his name starts with, they're throwing out one of the good defenders also, and they're saying they want him out by Saturday.
Inigo Martinez.
No. I'll send you the name, but I know Ferran Torres. I hear Newcastle are looking to bid, but they're also getting rid of Ferran Torres. But let me just say, it was quite surprising. This guy was one of the best midfielders at the Euros for Germany. This guy was good. And you know what, Hamza, you're right. There's players, I was speaking to Samuel, one of the guys who's on our chat. There's players, Hamza, who are no longer available in the world these days. Players like Toni Kroos, who can play box to box, who can play the 6, the 8, who can be creative, who can attack and who can defend, who have balance. Players like Modric, they're gone. These Modric players. That's why I told people the closest thing you can get to Gundogan, obviously that's the closest thing you can get was Kovacic. Not even the closeness is even a big one. Even Modric said, when I leave my national team, I know Kovacic will take over. Obviously, injuries have always hurt him. That's one of the closest things. But if you think about it, Hamza, in the day and age of these youngsters, they don't have the discipline sometimes that I can drop and defend. Like let me be real. People are saying, Foden. I get Foden, but Foden cannot do what Modric and Toni Kroos and Gundogan could do. These players could still attack, but you could also sometimes tell them you have to be disciplined today. Foden is not going to sit in that midfield. He's full of energy. It's not his fault. He's full of energy. He's very excited. He'll go in front. Even Bernardo Silva, we knew throughout the years that as good as Bernardo Silva can run for days, he can't control the game like Gundogan. Like these players I've just mentioned, Veta and Hamza, these are game controllers. They control the tempo of the game. They can control when it has to be a counter. They can control when you have to cue the game. They can control when you just want to rotate and recycle. You've seen Gundogan. If he plays as a DM, I want you to go back, everybody, City fans. Every time Gundogan played as a DM, City scored 3+ goals. It was always high. Why? Because once he's in his rhythm, the ball just rotates. You can get the ball from City. So it's amazing, man. This is a good signing. And for me, I'm selfish. This is for the UCL. Keep him. Play him in the UCL. Play him in the UCL.
I think that absolutely. The day he gets unveiled officially, here we go. I think the excitement will be there. I think this is what rivals didn't want. I was speaking to other fan base, Arsenal fans. They were like, "Oh, Gundo is gone. What do we do now? What do we do? This is just bad. We can't compete." And I'm like, do you need to sign? You don't need to sign Gundogan. And they know. They know. Rivals know. Like, they thinking, Arteta, why are you signing Merino? They just signed. And we signed him on a free, I'm saying, Patrick. On a free. That money for Alvarez getting pocketed. Those money that we made this year is getting pocketed. Again, net spend. Fantastic. No one can talk to us about that. That means the future investment, the future. Look at the team so far. You look at the team. In midfield, Rodri, Gundogan, Kovacic, Nunes. Yeah?
Marketing.
Foden. KDB, Bernardo. Wings, you go Grealish one side, Doku. The other side, Savinho and Foden can still play there, and Bernardo can still be there.
Yeah.
I look at this team, I'm thinking, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Now, last year we suffered. I used to look at the bench. And I'm thinking, do you remember I used to say this? I used to say, I don't look at my first team lineup. I'm looking at my bench. So I used to look at Oscar Bobo's young, Sassuolo was young, Michael Hamilton was there, Scott Carson was there, and Ortega was there. Yeah. And I was thinking, oh my God.
And Professor, you also have to remember because I was doing the same thing. I would go and look at the bench, and I would tweet out if we had a strong bench. Oh, it's looking good. It's a good soup out here. If it's not, I wouldn't say much. But there was a spell where for 2 months, because it would overlap, we had no KDB or no Haaland. KDB was out for 2 months, Haaland about 5. But there was other way around. Haaland was out for 2 months, KDB was out for 5. But there was a portion where it was like, we don't really have that experience impact sub to do. I need it to be official. I need it to be official. I need that announcement.
That announcement, like I used to look at the bench. Going to streams, and I'm thinking, oh, and I remember the last couple of months, I was stressed. I watch along, and I'm looking there. What's the name? Rodri needing 3 yellows.
We got to speak on that.
3 yellows.
Yeah.
3 yellows.
Yes, you're counting yellows because of suspension.
Yes. Yeah. 2 more games.
Yeah.
I cannot afford to have that.
No.
So to me, I looked at that. I'm thinking, wow. So now Martin is the at the comments. Big up Martin. I was talking about you, Martin. How Martin was the guy that gave me psychological therapy. Absolutely. And,
chamomile tea at night. That's what he was.
Absolutely. And Martin was the guy that kept us calm. We were nervous. Oh my God. Martin and Bluetooth was just the calmest guy. Guys, don't worry. Don't worry. And Martin needs to be given like hierarchy at the football club. Like literally. He calmed the whole Twitter. All of us were disarray, man. On the group chats. Martin had to come every day. Don't worry, guys, man. Be patient. This and that. Don't worry about it. We were going mad. And listen, there's a signing that we're talking about. What's the name? The other signing, Martin just put there. Like, this is a player that we're looking. Kyogo Furashi is a guy alongside for Duran we're hearing.
Wow.
This is what the first time I'm hearing. I think, what do you think about that? What do you...
I'm going to have to do my homework. Because what I do anticipate, though, is, and this has been the conversation that we are often having within the Manchester City chats, right? Everybody wants to diss and downplay Twitter Spaces, but with regards to Manchester City, our Twitter Spaces, it's calm. We're actually sharing some information. You know what I mean? It's not a whole like, it's not crazy. It's not chaotic. But if it's anything, we're going to go and get a player that can comfortably improve or know their role. Shout out to The Rock. Know their role when it comes to Haaland. No one is displacing Erling Haaland. The man just scored 91 goals in 100 appearances. Like, no one's displacing that. He's that guy. All right? All you want to call him a tap-in merchant, deal with that. We'll take these tap-ins all day long. But no one's displacing him. So the fact that City's going to go out and get maybe a not so well-known, up-and-coming, someone that can be molded, I'm cool with that. Someone that definitely knows their role when it comes down to who's the main guy and who's the understudy, who's the backup, right? So if that happens to be the two players that, you know, Martin's kind of sharing in the chat, I'm cool with it. I said, if we get an attacking player, I'm giving this a 9-something transfer window. So hopefully more moves are being taken. But I wanted to say this when you and Patrick were speaking, and I had to drop off because the PC was acting up.
Yeah.
There's a reason why many, shout out to, you know, the Don Hussams out there. Shout out to all of the football tears. There's a reason why a lot of the rivals said that last season Arsenal were favorites to win the league. There's a reason why many of them were putting them in that mix. And even the season prior, when they were gone, they blew out of the blocks crazy. Many have seen how aggressive Arsenal have been. So when rivals would want to say they're the threat, they're the biggest threat.
Yep.
I get it. I understand it.
Absolutely.
So this season, when you use the P word, the panic, I was concerned. When they're doing those signings, and they're still rumored to get a midfielder, Marino, right? I'm hearing that it's close for them to get Nketiah out, and I would assume if Nketiah is leaving, they're probably bringing someone in. Yeah. So with all that, us making our moves, and if anyway, they got to react. They have to react.
And to me, Vito, I'll say one thing. I said to Martin, one thing. Arsenal have been hungry for years.
Yeah.
First year, we beat them to the title.
Yeah.
Last year was a big blow. I believe this year, if we beat them to the title, it's a final blow.
Yes.
It's a blow that will hurt so much that will cause mayhem amongst the camp, like a lot of players. Like
Mortal Kombat fatality. That's what it will be. Yeah.
Panic. Now questions on Arteta. Saliba might be interested in Real Madrid. I'm tired here. I can't keep staying here, wasting my years. Saka signed a 3-year contract. They will start questioning. And that's when you do that. And that's what I thought this year. I said it every year, this is the most important year. I think this year is an important year. It's an important year. Every year is important. But this year is an important year. Not only 5 in a row is way historic.
Whew.
Way historic. No one will ever do it.
No one.
Pep will Pep doing 5 in a row will keep everyone quiet. Forget these charges. These charges, we were going to beat it. But I think that is why Pep has seen this, and I thought, listen, I believed they knew about it. Martin, they knew about it in June. I think the fact that they were quiet all this time, they knew about this. Yeah. They thought, why should I spend 100 million on Bruno Gomaresh when I'm going to get Gundo on a free?
You know what, Professor? At the end of every season, what does every Manchester City fan wait for? They wait for Khaldoon's interview.
Yeah.
We all wait for the Khaldoon postseason breakdown, right?
Yeah.
He said we're doing a madness in the transfer window.
Yeah.
I don't know if that meant spend or if that meant the players that we acquire, like just doing smart business. I have to say that when you think about, and I've done a little bit of a 180 because I thought, if Pep goes out and wins a 4th, this is his final year. Maybe he does the 1-year extension. He goes out and win the 5th. Maybe that's when he says, you know what, I'm going to say thank you. I love it here at Manchester City. I've done all that I can. I'm going to say bye-bye. My mind's actually changed on this. My mind's changed on this because I got to take a step back. I got to think about this from a serial winner standpoint. I got to take this. I got to take the point where it's like, no, I want to win as much as I can, as quickly as I can, as long as I can. So if it goes from being a 3-peat to then doing something unprecedented to a 4-peat, and obviously we got to play through this season. He's obviously motivated to want to keep it. But what's to say that momentum isn't just there where he's like, they keep doubting me. They keep telling me I can't do it, to go from 4 to 5. And we got to win this one first, but maybe that is the moment. So I want every City fan just to, hey, let's continue to back the club, back this manager. Yes, he's going to tinker. Yes, he's going to do whatever, but let's back him, because if we can get this going, let's just put this win streak out of reach. Let's actually put the conversation where, yes, and let's make those rivals. Let's make the Rags. Let's make those United say, you know what? I got to give it to Pep.
It's not the fact that I know these rivals think that no one cares about it. They do care. Because football is not only national thing, it's a global sport.
Thank you. I'm out here in Toronto.
Everyone around the world is looking, City and making a mockery of you guys. You can't talk to City. You can't talk. No matter how much they say, it hurts, because you speak to Madrid fans, they say the same thing. They don't talk about 150. They talk about City's dominating that league. City's humbling everyone. Barca saying the same thing. Munich fan told me. And they do. It hurts them.
Professor, let me tell you this. So my local football shop is about 20-minute walk. But for the last 5 seasons now, because I've been taking my minions with me, I go and I ask, hey, because I go and ask the owner, what's the most selling jersey? What do you get a lot of requests for, right? The last 4 years, because he kind of joked about it the year one, because I remember this 5 years ago. Recently, and especially the last 2 years, he's a United fan, and he tells me, because he sees me coming every time, and I'm like, because he knows I'm going to ask the question, what kits, what jersey you keep selling a lot or getting a request for? Pains him. It pains him to say, everybody keeps asking me about these City kits.
Oh, wow.
Everybody's asking me about these City kits. And hey, I get it. When you're winning, you're popular. But it hurts. It hurts them. So, hey, City's about to take my money again, because I'm going to make sure my minions have this one and the maroon one. So right there's 6 kits that I'm going to be spending on. But it hurts the rivals. As much as they say no one cares about City, absolutely, they're lying.
It hurts them completely. It doesn't matter. It hurts them so much, and that's what I say, that City, what they've done, impressive. I think Pep will sign a contract. I think then these Chargers will get beat. Then City will win 5 in a row. I think the whole thing is they have this.
Is that Conway? Is that real?
Foden's won Player of the Year, apparently.
Wow.
Fantastic news, man.
Wow.
So he's Player of the Year, officially.
If it is fantastic, I'm hoping it's like a splitting hairs between him and Rodri. I
Yes.
hope. Because those.
Wow, yeah, Foden has won Player of the Year. Congratulations to Foden, best player in the league and by far. And he sits down now with the great players like, listen, no disrespect to Thierry Henry, but Player of the Year, Lampard, Scholes, Lampard, Rooney, Cristiano Ronaldo, KDB, Van Dijk, and now Foden. That's a great achievement.
Huge.
Great achievement for a player of such a young age, 23 years old. Last year, you can't doubt the way he carried us. People doubted him. They tried to put pressure on Foden so much. Can he do it if KDB is missing? And listen, big up to Martin, and many fans like Conway who backed him from beginning. They said, this is Foden's year. You will see. And you know what? He grabbed that responsibility, winning us games by himself. By himself, scoring immaculate goals. And that's how Foden did it. You know what? Disrespectful to him. And it hurts a rival because the word I say to them, he won the same award that Thierry Henry, Cristiano Ronaldo, Ryan Giggs, Wayne Rooney, Lampard won.
Yeah.
And that's how great, and KDB and Van Dijk.
And
that's
you
how
don't
great you respect him now.
And you don't win it by accident.
You don't win
Rivals, you don't get that award by accident. It's not a popularity contest. Listen, the player earned it. And that distinction already puts him in a class with other very great players. And we as City fans have to take tremendous pride because he's an academy player. Yeah. He's an academy player that came through one of the early decisions that Pep made to say, you know what? I'm keeping you here right next to me. You're going to see everything first team level. I'm not putting you out on, you're not going out on loan. Show your patience and you'll be rewarded for it. He is showing exactly why you want to go through the Manchester City Academy. He's showing exactly why you want to work hard and be part of the first team. So, and that's the excitement that I had for Oscar Bob. But Foden in particular, I want to point this out. When you see, and shout out to all you anime lover out there, when you see, Martin always wants to kill me when I say jerseys and kit. Relax, I'm North American. When you see a player that's taken the moment and they've lived up to it.
Yeah.
When KDB unfortunately hamstring that he battled through the entire season, came to Champions League, he wasn't able to do it. When he wasn't able to do it, Pep, no hesitation.
Yeah.
Pep looked back and said, Foden, get your boots on, let's go.
Yeah.
And when you see that, and then last season, no KDB, no Haaland, he steps up again.
He steps up.
So, listen, he deserves the award. I think it's going to be an interesting conversation now, and I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. But Rodri, with regards to the Ballon d'Or, I think he deserves it. Yeah. And you know what rivals are going to do? Rivals are going to be like, well, he didn't even win Player of the Season in the league. How's he going to be Ballon d'Or? Shut up. Listen, understand it's probably splitting hairs when it comes down to this. But when you want to take into account the entire year, and you want to take into account Euros, this is the difference with regards to Rodri. This is why Rodri should get Ballon d'Or. So we'll have that conversation when it's conversation time. But Foden, much respect. Well earned, well deserved.
Absolutely well done, and there's no doubt about it that he deserves that Player of the Year. It hurts a lot of fan base. Like, listen, when their players won it, we congratulated them. I don't know whether it's jealousy. I don't know. When Giggs won it, people congratulated him. Yeah. When Cristiano won it, people congratulated. When Van Dijk won it, we congratulated.
Yeah.
But when Foden wins it, is it jealousy?
It's going to be jealousy, Professor.
Jealousy that a 23-year-old has become the best player in the league. Why do they feel that pain to agree? And he's been voted by players, by writers.
They got nothing to say.
Writers.
You're gonna see some of the most jealous, ill-spirited rivals come out. You're gonna hear, you know what? Another thing, that target is even bigger on Foden now, because now he's gonna get compared to everybody. Every rival are gonna take their player and try to compare it to Foden. So that's all that they can live off of. But he's earned it. He's deserved it. And I think it just means that Pep has so many more good problems to have, because now he has Foden that he could play wide or play centrally. If we do lock this in, and I love this show, but if we do lock this in, we have Gundogan. He's going to have him in that mix. He's going to have KDB. He's going to have Rodri. He's got Kovacic. He's got McAtee. He's got Nunez. Listen, the problems of having this amount of quality and being able to choose between a Foden and the amount of games that we have, I'm not even stressed. I'm not even stressed with regards to the midfield. I've never been stressed with regards to the midfield. So, hey, give him his props. Rivals, quiet down. And you know what?
Be humble. Just
48 hours. Rivals, 48 hours. Don't say nothing bad about Phil Foden for 48 hours. Show some respect.
Just say congratulations when you win something.
Yeah, and keep it moving.
And to me, let me ask the other question I was gonna ask is this is going to be the hardest thing, and I wanted to hear. Gundogan comes back, Rodri comes back, everyone starts. Yeah. Who would you start? Ooh. Who would you start?
Ooh, okay. Right, as it stands right now, everybody fit, everybody healthy. Let's say big game Champions League.
Big game.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
I'm going. If there's a player that's dropped, I'm dropping Bernardo Silva. Oof. So I'm gonna go Rodri, Gundogan, KB, my midfield. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Foden and Haaland because I love that duo. I love that combination. The way they feed off each other. Foden can drift in the middle. Foden can also play a little 1-2s with KDB, and you know how KDB wants to do an overlap sometimes. I'm dropping Bernardo Silva in that regard. And then fully fit, I still need to see, but it's going to be an interesting combination of Grealish, Savinho, and Doku. I don't know yet. I still need to see Grealish play in the system, but all that's already set. That's already set with the exception of the left wing. Defensively, now, if we got a pace and power merchant out on the wing, I want Walker. That Walker shuts that down. He eats that for breakfast. He's like, oh, Mbappe speed, I got you, right? Yeah. He'll lock that down. And Vinicius, I'll lock you down. So I'll take Walker if it's the pace and power on the wing. Then I'll go healthy Stones, and that's the tricky one. I'm knocking on wood. My desk is made of wood. A healthy Stones. I'm gonna go Diaz. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna go Gavardiol.
Oof.
So right,
I can't. I can't drop a Kanji.
I'm thinking the same. I was torn.
It's such a hard choice.
But do we drop? Actually, Pep's dropped Diaz based off of pace. So maybe we drop a Diaz and we got a Kanji and Stones.
Hard one.
But these are all.
That's what I love about this. That anyone can say, and it's a hard choice. It's not like a clear, day and night. It's like I'll drop, but it's like you have to think hard.
I got to, yeah.
How do I drop? Who do I drop?
Yeah.
How do I drop Kovacic? How do I drop KDB?
But you know what?
Foden. They're all world-class players. They're class players.
But this is it. This is what makes our club and our players so special, right? Because listen, the rivals, they have a different headache. They have a headache with regards to one player being better than the other. Like they're dropping players, they're having these conversations because they clearly believe that player's a bum. Get them off. I want this player playing. Yeah. The meltdowns that Liverpool are having. Oh, Diaz. I want Gakpo. Like all of that nonsense.
They slander the players.
They slander players because they hate them.
Some hates Robertson, and I think Robertson's a good player. There's another guy loves Robertson. Another guy loves Jota. Another guy hates Jota. Luis Diaz being called a bum. I rate him.
Yeah, I rate him too.
Rate him. Odds rates him very highly. So there's infighting amongst the camp who they're confused. We are different. We love them. We love Kovacic. We love Gundo. We love Rodri. We just think, oh my God.
We're thinking,
oh, I love that. What a team we've got here.
Professor,
we're confused.
Let me say this. You often tell them, and when I say them, I'm talking rivals. You tell rivals, shut up, sit down and take pen and pad and listen. Yeah. When they refuse, once you say that, unfortunately, they get triggered. They start, I don't want to listen, but they should be listening because What you're trying to break down is these players and who we want to drop and who we're kind of debating or questioning is based off of tactics, based off of the opponent. Oh, maybe Pep wants to be a little more patient and build up. Or maybe Pep is thinking the pace of the attack. Maybe I might drop a Diaz because he's not as quick a foot. So I'm going to have an Akanji and potentially Stones in terms of controlling. Like, we think of it that way. We don't think of it, oh, I hate this player. This player buckles under pressure. We're not like that. But when we say, oh, it's a tough one, we don't know who to choose, it's really based off of the opponent and how we might take the approach. Now, I don't know what's going to happen. That's why I want to see every player play. Yeah. I want to see Pep be like, okay, here's how he's tinkering. Here who's a different 3 with regards to the back 4, a different 2. He's changing things up. I want to see all of that so that when it comes down to League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League group stage, we're calm. We know what to expect of these players. If we happen to see a back 4 of Rico Lewis, Akanji, Diaz, and Ake instead of Gavardiol, I'm not stressed. I'm not worried. Like, Pep needs, and this is the difference between the Artetas and the other young managers that rivals will never give patience to. Will never be calm and let the manager try and cook. Pep has to give these players a chance to play. Pep has to, quote unquote, give these players a chance to show whether they're up to it or whether they can't. And you only do that by getting playing time. And we were scratching our heads. We were like stressing. I was building some more platinums on the face because we were like, Pep, why do you keep forcing a Kanji in that role? But we get it. He's got to get the experience. So I'm looking forward to this season. This next game versus Ipswich is going to be interesting. But I want to say this because I know you want to also talk a little bit about the Chelsea game. When we play like this, not being full strength, what are we gonna do?
It's such a headache, guys. It's a headache. Like, and you wonder. Savi is good.
Yeah, he looked amazing.
Is the other side good?
Yeah.
Foden coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You're looking there. KDB world class. Bernardo world class. Kovac is playing world class level. Even for Croatia, he was world class.
He was quality, yeah.
He was carrying Croatia in the Euros. He was incredible.
He's great.
You're looking at that young on the back line. You're looking Vadio, Akanji, John Stones, Ake. I didn't even mention Ake. Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, Rico's playing mad.
Yeah.
It's like you're thinking, Pep's thinking, I love this lot. Pep must be loving this squad. He must be thinking, and now he brought the unity. The guy who would unite all of them. Gundogan.
Yeah.
Gundogan will come there with all the stories from Barcelona and say, guys, I've got a lot of stories for you. Sit down. Yeah. This is where there is. This is where the honey. There's no better honey than this honey. The rest are salty. It's a salted honey. You can't taste salted honey. It's bitter and sweet. But this is real, nice, sweet honey. This is what he's probably telling them. There's no football club you can go that you will enjoy the love.
You just killed it right there. You just killed it right there. So everybody, and if you know what, La Liga, I'm talking to you. Guti, Sam, I'm talking to you guys.
Yep.
Pray this global warming does not turn England into a tropical warm weather place. Pray, because that is the only thing keeping you guys from continuously getting this talent. That's the only thing keeping you getting players migrating there. Because if the weather in England was nice, sunny beaches, it's a wrap. So Gundo, Professor, when you say Gundo's going to come back from Barcelona being like, guys, it's not all that paradisey. It's not all that nice and beautiful over there. You also got to think about the football. Yeah, you got to maybe a nicer weather place to be, but let me tell you, it's nice over here over in Manchester. So
Yes.
I like this player. I like this player coach coming back. I really do. I like that he's coming back, and I think the stories that he's going to share, more importantly to the young players, to know career-wise, you don't always have to have a final destination for La Liga, or in this case, Barcelona. So as Barca continue to mix up, and I let me also say this: that Spotify logo on the kit, it looks like trash. It looks like trash. The design's poor. It's too oversized. It's not well placed. Barcelona classic kits, but that logo does not look good. That Spotify logo does not look good. It would have been better maybe if it was worded, but Barca need to fix up, and until they do, when you have the greats of Ilkay Gundogan saying, "I'd rather leave,"
I'd rather leave the football club than being here. I'm not here for the money, and he shows you the level that he's at. He doesn't need the money.
Yeah,
he knows. He chases. He wants to come to a club where he's valued, he's loved, and he misses it. A lot of players who leave City often regret it. Leroy Sané wanted to come back. Gundogan wanted to come back. Every player that leaves City always has a good thing to say about the club.
Facts.
That they love, the happiness. Alvarez, I believe, will regret it, but he will have a good time in Spain. But you just miss that place. And I think sometimes when I look at this, I'm thinking, we have a headache. The best headache is to have great players that you can choose from, and there's unity.
Yeah,
there's unity, and the way we played. Let's go back to the Chelsea game. About Chelsea, how we played. What do you think? How did you think we played against Chelsea?
I thought we played well, considering Pep never takes the preseason that serious. Pep is always like, hey, let me get the new signings, or let me get these academy kids up to speed. Let me see what they're all about. Because we saw minutes for James McAtee, we saw minutes for Nico O'Reilly, we saw minutes for obviously Oscar Bob and Rico, even though Rico's been in the squad for a bit. But he uses these to kind of get players up to speed. So when we went into the Community Shield and then the Chelsea game, I just wanted to see us continue to play with his instructions. And Chelsea, I did a few shows. Shout out to Marshall. I asked, who could your 11 be? Couldn't really tell me. Right? In all fairness, they got many players out there, but even with what the manager wants to do, he couldn't really tell me. I like how we performed against them. I thought they have quality over there. They're going to catch us at spells. We play attacking. We don't turtle. We don't defend for our lives. So even with our high line and how many players we commit forward, we're going to get caught on the counter here and there. But I thought we played really well, considering we had the player who we all would hope wins the Ballon d'Or, not on that pitch. When he plays, we win. When Rodri plays, we win games. We don't lose. We didn't have him controlling things. To see the debut from Savio was amazing. And then, if I had anything to be critical of, I still feel we can be a little more daring with some of those passes. Rico Lewis in particular was calling for the ball. He would give a pass and run and be ready for the goal and say, channel it right here.
He loves the ball. I've not seen it. He loves it.
He loves it. He wants it all.
He's only, is he 18 or 19?
No, he's 19. He's 19. But he keeps asking for it. He's like, let's go, let's advance. So the fact that he was doing that, I was like, we aren't sharp, but we're going to be so dangerous, because he was doing that and not really committing so many players forward. It was kind of like him working either with Bernardo or with KDB. So I'm excited for that. I think we'll still get a lot more cleaner with how we find Haaland, who is obviously continues to be dangerous. And we just need to, like we used to feed the goat, we need to feed him. Just get the ball in dangerous areas for Haaland. He's either going to make the defender panic and possibly cause a foul, or he's going to get the end of it and and force the keeper to have to make a save. So I thought we were really good with that. Some want to point out on how we could have been down goals early, or Chelsea. It's Chelsea. Yeah. The pride of London. They're going to have opportunities. We're never going to. At home. We're never going to keep them from having scoring attempts. Like, come on. So we came out of there with a clean sheet. Ederson showed on being in the right place at the right time prevented these goals as well. I got nothing to complain about. I don't even think that would be the repeat 11 for Ipswich because Foden came off the bench. Kovacic obviously played instead of Rodri. So I think we just get stronger moving forward. And the best thing for us is if our slow start, which we always have, happens while we're still collecting 3 points. Ooh, it's going to be a long season for the rivals.
And the players, I was impressed. I think big up everyone, man. Like and subscribe. Respect to every single one, including Veto here and everyone who's listening and watching this show. Thank you so much for supporting us today. And I was gonna say, listen, I thought the way we played, I think Rodri not being there, people are a bit concerned. But I think I'll talk from the back. Edison was okay. Rico Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Such a young boy, 19 years old. He was able to get the ball, drive in midfield, ask for the ball, kept Nkunku quiet.
Wasn't easy. Not an easy assignment.
Cucurella over time. Savio on that side. 20 years old. That's his first game.
First debut.
He only played 45 minutes. Oh my God. But it looked like every time he got the ball, first time Cucurella got tight on him. So he did this little dummies because he was behind him. He did this.
Yeah.
And he dummied him. So Cucurella realized, now I can't get tight. Yeah, he will go past me. So I need to give him space. So he sat back on him. When he sat back on him, he just went past him. So Cucurella was confused. I'll allow this guy is going to pass me in. But then he cut him out again. So Cucurella was confused. He needed to be told. He needed support.
He did.
And that was only 45 minutes. And I thought, what a debut.
Did you see the love that he got from Mahrez on Twitter?
I saw that. The love in Mahrez.
Yeah.
You know, see, that's a football club. You see, our football, it's like unity. Players would leave, but they'll still rep for us.
Yeah.
They'll still want to be involved. They'll still want to, they watch us. They love it. They follow us. And Rico Lewis was outstanding. Savio was outstanding.
Yeah.
Every time he got the ball, I thought, oh my God. Cucurella.
You know what's crazy? Because they want to kind of talk down how good City looked versus Chelsea, but Chelsea's defensively they were pretty aggressive. Like I don't know how Caicedo gets away with 3-4 fouls before he gets a yellow, but it is what it is. I thought that what we saw from our attacking wingers, and I said this when I was whose show was I on? I think I said this on Igal's channel.
Yeah.
I'm getting Sterling and Sané vibes. And again, a large portion of our fan base the last 2-3 years is like, oh, what if Sané comes back? Guys, City fans, let's stop this. He's not coming back. We don't need him to come back. We have the next gen. We have the next gen in terms of Doku and Savio. Yeah. We have the next gen. And what Pep did right from the jump, and I plan on doing this when I play EFC FC 25, but the switching of Doku and Savio and going from each side, let's confuse the defense. Let's make them worry about if they're worried about getting cooked on either side of the pitch, they're stressed. They're stressed. And I saw this stat for who's playing on the right side for Chelsea defensively.
Chelsea. Right side was Gusto.
Gusto took the most dribble pass. He had the worst stat. He was dribble pass the most of everybody week 1.
Yeah.
And they want to tell me that our wingers aren't nice. They want to tell me that Doku isn't nice. Yeah. So I like these
in fact, Chelsea fans were hyped up because they got hyped up into the way that the way that Doku was getting pocketed. But I told Chelsea fan, that's not his side.
Right.
That's not his side. That's his side is on the other side.
Yeah.
As soon as he switched over and they switched over, cooking started.
Yeah.
And that's this. Beauty for Man City now. Okay, guys, keep the game close. Grealish, Bernardo, come on, keep that ball around.
Yep.
Okay, we're 1-0 down, whatever it is, or we need to finish off the game. We're 3-0 up. Doku, Savinho, cook them. Let's go. Pace now.
Left backs and right backs are not sleeping the night before, Professor.
Oh,
they are not sleeping the night before. They're not. There's no way they're going to be up all night, bags on their eyes, because either they got to worry about Grealish, who's going to tease you all day long, wait for you to put in a challenge and then get and catch a foul, right? So win some free kicks. They're either going to have to deal with that the first portion of the game, or they're going to have to deal with a winger that's going to just embarrass them and make them trap and dribble back or run back constantly. Yes. They're dealing with that for 90 minutes. They are not sleeping.
They're not sleeping.
They're not.
They're not sleeping. It's like, it's just luck. It's amazing project that we're looking at. And they're 19 and 20. Grealish can come on. Bernardo can play there. Oscar Bob, we forgot.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob had an impressive preseason. Our best player in preseason. He's about to come back.
We gotta tell him. I don't want him to rush back. I don't want him to rush back. Hey, take your time. You're not gonna lose your spot. You're playing so well in the preseason. Come back. Yeah. But with that, and I think it was Conway who had the comment up earlier. Pep, when we think about how do we keep Pep for a couple more years, what would drive Pep to want to remain manager?
Yep.
It's the excitement of players like this. It's being able to do things differently, not so much the same routine, because we know Pep reinvents.
Yeah.
Oh, you're already onto this style. We're doing this. You're now doing what we were doing. Now we're onto this. So Pep, the whole control that brought us to trouble, Pep is like, I can win the trouble in a different way. So don't count me out. I don't need to continue doing this control football. Watch. So I'm excited for Doku. I'm excited for Savinho. And apologies, Professor, because I'm gonna have to drop. But if we get this attacking backup, I'm gonna be in full. I'm gonna be in full big chest. We're going after this. We're going after this. If we get that, I gotta back the club like that. I gotta back the club like that early. And I've always backed it, but I've been humble. I've been patient. I might have to move a little reckless, Professor. I might have to after 4 years of being in the gym, right? Now we gotta flex on them. We're gonna have to flex on these rivals.
Absolutely. We have to flex on this round. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a great show. I'll be back regularly. Make sure you subscribe to Vato Games there. Yeah, and I'll be there on Vato's Games channel regularly, guys. And Vato, plug your channel so that people can subscribe, please.
Yeah, 100%. Please take the second. I got a show coming up later this week. But like Professor mentioned, I'm working on a show that I want to include the Professor on. Yeah. But this show in particular, it's simple. It's 115, one question, 15 minutes. I'm going to discuss this. Who has the best chance at breaking an EPL record this year? I'm going to speak on that. You guys can interact with me. But I also got a topic right over here that I have to discuss. And Arsenal fans, you're not going to like this. But the pressure's on you this season. And the pressure's on you also because Arteta can only finish behind Pep. If Arteta finishes behind anybody else, instant sackable offense. Absolutely. Because he's clearly not good enough if he finishes behind Pep Guardiola. So that's going to be my next show. I want to thank you for having me on, Professor. And we'll look to collab as the season goes on. But everybody in the chat, please like, subscribe, and share this show. Legend.
Oh, thank you so much. Make sure, guys, you follow us regularly. We're back this season. It's going to be nice. Rodri hopefully extends. Haaland extends. Pep extends. 115 charges in the mud. We win a 5p. Treble coming on. And listen, what a way to start. And, it's the best day for City. When we announce it, it's the best day for City. And, guys, thank you so much. We'll be regularly here. We'll be regularly in all the City. Subscribe to everyone's channel. Support them, guys. And it's a football thing that keeps uniting us together. Big up to every single one. Big ups to every single one, including Vader. Thank you so much. I'm
pleasure,
at work now, so suddenly I can just go home and enjoy. I'll be on the Twitter Spaces, and I'll be able to talk now about my signing and my feelings. Now I've been avoiding this guy. Now I'm ready. I'm back.
Nice.
Pleasure, guys. See you too.